Except my stepmother isn't the only evil queen in town.
Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to Watch Mojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Saturday Night Live made fun of Disney.
There was zero choreography, zero!
What's the matter? Never seen a deer in the headlights?
I think the plot of this movie might be really bad.
For this list, we'll be looking at the funniest SNL sketches that satirized anything now owned by the House of Mouse, from Marvel to Star Wars. What do you think is SNL's best Disney parody? Be sure to let us know in the comments. Okay, let's go.
Number 10. Lion King auditions.
LIN-MANUEL Miranda?
Hakuna Matata in my medulla oblongata. I only got one shotta and they killed my father.
2 years after giving us a behind-the-scenes look at the auditions for Star Wars The Force Awakens, SNL did something similar for the Lion King remake. The sketch provides a platform for the cast to share their best impressions, while also putting a bizarre spin on an animated classic.
Today's guest, Simba!
Most of these potential casting choices are pretty out there, such as Nick Offerman as a hyena, EMINEM as Simba, and Mary J. Blige as Pumbaa. At the same time, we could actually imagine some of these actors in a Lion King remake. Oprah as Rafiki, anyone? Cecily Strong's impersonation makes us wish that Lin-Manuel Miranda had been in the movie. In the end, though, only John Oliver as Zazu made the cut.
Don't do that to your mom, Simba! And now, this.
Sorry, James Corden.
Simba, everybody!
This video is brought to you by the new Motorola Razr. The flippable, pocketable icon is back, and this time it's 5G ready. Discover more at the link in the description. Number 9. High School Musical 4.
He graduated last year and now he's back from his first year of college. Troy Bolton!
It's only a matter of time until Disney makes High School Musical 4. For now, however, we have this biting sketch with Zac Efron reprising his role as Troy Bolton. We also get to see Casey Wilson do a surprisingly pitch-perfect Miss Darbus impression.
But I'm not here to talk about last year. I'm here to talk about what happens after you leave East High.
Do you think this is a good idea, Troy?
Back off.
Okay.
Picking up a year after Troy's first year of college, the Wildcat has an unfortunate reality check for the graduating seniors. East High is apparently the only school where people sporadically break out into expertly choreographed musical numbers.
I was nervous, but excited. So I started singing a song called Nervous But Excited. People just stared at me.
This comes as a shock to the students, who have committed much of their education to singing songs while learning rather obvious life lessons.
What's the capital of Texas?
Texas City?
Texas Town.
Yeah.
It's a sketch that will ruin your childhood in the best way possible, complete with an unfrozen Walt Disney.
Disney characters aren't supposed to grow up. Just ask Mickey Mouse or Lindsay Lohan.
Number 8. Black Widow trailer.
Marvel gets women. Coming in 2016.
Marvel eventually greenlit a standalone Black Widow movie, but only after years of everyone asking when Natasha Romanoff would take center stage, including SNL. When Scarlett Johansson hosted in 2015, SNL gave Natasha a chance to shine, albeit not in the action movie we were hoping for. Instead, Natasha is settled with a cheesy romantic comedy.
The only thing missing in Black Widow's life
Such a klutz.
was love.
Hey, I'm Ultron.
Black Widow.
This trailer checks off all the classic rom-com cliches, from Natasha running in high heels, to her sassy boss, to a meet-cute with Ultron. At least Natasha finally gets a happy ending with Bruce Banner.
For Black Widow, falling in love can be hard, but it can also be incredible.
As silly as it is, the sketch also makes smart commentary on Hollywood's reputation for botching female-led superhero movies.
Black Widow, Age of Me. Marvel, we know girls.
Honestly, we'd gladly take this fake Black Widow movie over Catwoman's cinematic solo outing. Number 7. Disney Channel Acting School.
Call today. Parents' permission not needed.
Just as Zac Efron poked fun at his Disney Channel roots, Miley Cyrus established in this sketch that her Hannah Montana days are long over.
Disney Channel acting is its own art form. And to master it, you're gonna need a special set of tools.
Paired with Raven-Symoné, played by Kenan Thompson, Cyrus gives aspiring child stars a few acting tips that'll take them far on the Disney Channel. Cyrus pulls no punches, pointing out how characters on Disney sitcoms tend to scream their lines, disrespect adults, and wear over-the-top clothing.
So you want to make sure your clothes are as loud and crazy as your acting.
I'm auditioning for Wizards of Waverly Place. What should I wear?
How about a bright pink hoodie with a big-ass daisy on it?
You might not have picked up on a lot of these tropes growing up. After watching this sketch, though, you will never be able to ignore them again. Making the sketch even funnier, Thompson technically comes from a Disney background as well, having made his film debut in D2, The Mighty Ducks.
I'd buy some more. Man, my little brother can score on these guys.
Number 6, Frozen 2. Frozen 2 was another big success for Disney, but that didn't stop SNL from pointing out the film's flaws. In a series of deleted scenes, Elsa, played by Kate McKinnon, finds herself lost in the Enchanted Forest. Elsa is lost in more ways than one, as she struggles to confront her sexuality.
This enchanted forest is so disorienting.
Oh, it sure is. Well, I don't know whether we're heading north, south, gay, or west.
Did you say gay? No!
For the many fans who want Disney to give Elsa a girlfriend, this sketch is easy to get on board with. The film was progressive in other respects, but as far as the SNL writers are concerned, there's still a problem with diversity.
The lack of any romantic interest doesn't bother me anyway.
Elsa takes issue with the movie's complicated plot as well. Wherever you stand on these debates, we can see why Olaf's extra carrot was left on the cutting room floor.
Hey Olaf, what's that second carrot about?
Number 5, Bambi 2002. From the mid-90s to the late 2000s, Disney had a reputation for pumping out straight-to-video sequels to their animated classics. Many of them fell short of their predecessors, to put it mildly. In this TV Funhouse segment, we're given Bambi 2002, a modernized take on the timeless Disney film.
Bambi and the gang are back in business, and the forest has never been more fun.
Being a 2002 animated feature, the new cool Bambi is naturally all about bullet time and hip-hop. There's also a handful of pointless celebrity cameos from the New York Yankees and Jared Fogle. Yeah, that aged great.
Bambi, if I can lose weight, you can get those terrorists.
Aside from being a priceless Disney send-up, the sketch is like a time capsule of early 2000s pop culture references. Bambi 2002 may be back in the Disney vault, but there's always the live-action Dwayne Johnson remake.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Bambi.
Number 4, Disney Housewives.
It's the Real Housewives of Disney.
The Disney Princess brand meets the Real Housewives. It's a combination that's guaranteed to spin comedic gold. Throw in the ladies of SNL and you can't possibly go wrong. The casting is mostly dead on, with Vanessa Bayer as Snow White, Abby Elliott as Belle, and Kristen Wiig as a monumentally drunk Cinderella.
Whatever.
Ironically, Nasim Pedrad plays Jasmine and would later portray her handmaiden in the Aladdin remake.
A handsome prince wants to marry you. Oh, when will life get easier?
Unfortunately for Jasmine here, Abu ends up on her dinner plate and Iago ends up in her bed.
I thought it was Aladdin. He was mimicking his voice.
The drama only escalates when a catty Prince Charming shows up and Belle breaks out her boombox. Tears are shed, punches are thrown, and hair is pulled. But Lindsay Lohan's Rapunzel thankfully has plenty to go around.
I'm gonna rip this fake-ass weave off your head! Here comes midnight, bitch!
Number 3, Undercover Boss, Starkiller Base.
You get so caught up in restoring the galaxy to its rightful state that you miss what's going on behind the scenes. I'm looking forward to having some real talk with some real folks.
In the Star Wars sequel trilogy, Adam Driver demonstrated how menacing he can be as Kylo Ren. Even while reprising the character on SNL, Driver managed to maintain a straight face and a domineering demeanor.
Rule everything? That's impressive. I admire the guy.
Yes, exactly.
It's truly a testament to his gifts as both a dramatic and comedic actor. Going undercover at Starkiller Base, Ben, aka Matt, has a hard time keeping his cool and his identity under wraps.
I'm 90% sure Matt is Kylo Ren.
He does befriend a lieutenant named Zach, although being responsible for Zach's son's death kinda puts a damper on things. The First Order leader is finally pushed over the edge when one stormtrooper laughs at the idea of Ren having an 8-pack.
Your friend's a liar, man. Kylo Ren is a punk bitch. That guy looks like he weighs 30 pounds soaking wet underneath that little black dress.
Tim? Oh no, he's choking on food.
Huh, we wonder if that inspired Rian Johnson when he made The Last Jedi. Number 2, Debbie Downer in Disney World. Debbie Downer evolved into one of Rachel Dratch's most iconic recurring characters, and it all began in this sketch.
Woo! I love me some steak and eggs.
Ever since they found mad cow disease in the U.S., I'm not taking any chances. It can live in your body for years before it ravages your brain.
Being the ultimate buzzkill, it only makes sense to send Debbie to the happiest place on Earth. As the rest of the family attempts to enjoy a fun-filled Disney World breakfast, Debbie can't resist chiming in with a few not-so-fun facts.
Disney World really is fun. It makes me feel like a kid again. I mean, the time before my 2-year stint at Children's.
When not even Pluto can take it, no amount of sugar will make the medicine go down. Debbie's dialogue is so depressingly hysterical that the whole cast breaks character throughout, but this only made the sketch more memorable. If anything, the cast's constant chuckling encourages the viewer to rewatch it multiple times in order to catch all the lines that were laughed over.
I can't have children!
I haven't had my muffin yet, Matt! I'm still quoting Undercover boss Starkiller bass all these years later, because I think it's hilarious. But it's not our number one. We have some honorable mentions to get to, and then we'll see the funniest SNL Disney parody.
Finding Osama. The Little Mermaid took a dark turn.
And the shrimp.
Peter Pan. Jim Parsons as Peter Pan, a match made in Neverland.
I apologize for Tonk. She's been stepped on, like, a lot. Now, let's fly to Never Never Land. Do you remember how?
Aladdin. This is why magic carpets aren't practical transportation.
No one to tell us no, or where to go, or save the romance.
Middle school kids inspire Marvin. When you wish upon a star, Keenan breaks his leg.
Okay, help me out of this wheelchair. Okay, here we go. Hey!
Walt Disney's Titey. Still better than those actual animated Titanic movies.
Let Disney teach your child the history of the Titanic, the plucky ship that wouldn't say no.
Hang on, Titey!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Journey to the Disney Vault.
I wish we could live in the Disney Vault.
A successor of sorts to Bambi 2002, this TV Funhouse segment lists off a slew of other Disney sequels that we wish we could see in their entirety. Sadly, they're all in the Disney Vault, as are 2 children and their pal Mickey.
Wow, what's in here?
Oh, you don't need to see that.
Disney!
I told you not to look!
The kids quickly find, however, that Disney has a few skeletons and frozen heads in the closet. Journey to the Disney Vault is not only hilarious, it's also surprisingly educational.
Wait, Disney ratted out animators for being communists?
While many of us are familiar with Song of the South's infamous legacy, this sketch also touches upon Walt's testimony before the House Un-American Activities Committee, the Disney company's abandoned plans to build an American history theme park, and the Jim Henson deal that almost was.
Jim Henson!
He wouldn't sell! He wouldn't sell!
Good thing that Scar is there to keep this all confidential.
You children know too much. You must stay in the Disney Vault forever.
No!
When I first saw the title of this list, I assumed Disney Housewives would be number 1 because that sketch is very dead on. But then I saw what was above it and I was like, okay, because that Debbie Downer sketch gets me every time. Which is your favorite SNL Disney parody? Be sure to let us know in the comments, or come talk to me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton, or on my YouTube channel. See ya.